So this is one idea that to get into action, it's good to start with the minimum possible level, at the minimum possible level. And I said I created a bank. I'm not a banker. I never studied banking. I had no idea how banks operate. But I created a bank. It's a funny thing, but it's a great thing. It's a great lesson too. If you don't know anything, don't feel ashamed about it. You may have a chance, because you can create something on your own. If I knew banking, probably I wouldn't be able to create Grameen Bank, because I'll be following the rules. The reason I could do it, because I violated all the rules and I didn't feel guilty about it. I didn't know about it. So sometimes not knowing can be a blessing. Knowing creates a mindset in your mind, and you cannot get out of it. And those are the rules that you get from the knowing. Those are the concepts that you get from the knowing, are the ones who created all these problems for us. So unless we undo those rules, unless we undo those concepts, we cannot get out of this mess. It's a real mess. So that's where your task begins. To undo things, rather than doing more of the same. So you have to distinguish. You have to have an alternative which works for people. That's why 1%, 2%, 5% is good to try it out. And how do they make up those rules? Just by hunch. But just looking at the situation, oh, this might work, why don't you do it? If it didn't work, I'm not upset about it, because I didn't know anything. So I did again, another way. It worked. In the process, that whole bank was created as if I have done everything the conventional banks do. I have done it at the opposite way. As if deliberately I have done that. They go to the rich, I go to the poor. They go to men, I go to women. They go to city, I go to village. They ask you to come to their office, I say, I go to the people. People should not come to the bank, bank should go to the people. So I made it up. And it works. Now it works everywhere. The name, the term microcredit, microfinance, everybody knows that. But this is how it started, in one village, with few people. So having a small thing is not something that you should be worrying about. If it works, you have developed the seed. Now all you have to do is to multiply. If you have a seed bed and you go into plantation, everywhere, because you have the seed. And that is much more comforting, because I can do it, you can do it, anybody can do it. So this is where doing something new, something different is not to be afraid of. You try it out. If first one doesn't work, try the second one. Second one doesn't work, try the third one. Because it's small, you have not harmed anybody. But if one worked, you may benefit millions and millions and millions. So this is the task probably you'd like to try. And don't give up if something doesn't work or somebody opposes it. You see, the world is run by ideas, not by theories. Don't get upset by the theories. We made those theories. We can junk them anytime we want. Just say delete, go, finish. You put your own theory into it. Don't get scared. We made the rules, we change the rules. Don't be slave of the rules. If you become slave of the rules, we are finished. All our hopes are gone. We keep on inventing and reinventing ourselves. That's what the human beings are all about. So all the things you say, no, 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 this is very sacred, you can't touch it, this is the way it is done. That's what the experts tell us. Don't get threatened by the experts. They don't know more than you know. They just show it up as if they know more than you do. But your gut feeling is much more important than what they say. If the expert banker told us, no, it cannot be done, they are always telling us it cannot be done. We said, forget it, we'll try. Come on, don't scream at us. Still people scream at us, oh, this is not going to get it done. We do it. We even run programs in New York City right now called Grameen America. Beautiful program, but no problem. While the big banks are collapsing, this microcredit is just flourishing right there. Repayment is near 100%. Same city. So people ask, aren't you impacted by the financial crisis? I said, where is the financial crisis? I didn't see it. That's another world completely. So the chance is, if you come up with one idea, like what we did in a tiny little village, one tiny idea. Now most of you are probably studying in your classroom. What is microfinance? What does it do? And social business, another idea. Just doing it because it works so well. You can address any problem. Now you are telling that government should do this, government should do this. Yes, and one girl said, why? We should do it too. Of course. Citizens are smarter than the governments all the time. Always. It's not that government is a collection of bad people. Government structure is such they cannot act quickly. They have to compromise many things. So seeing this, you always come back to the same conclusion. Why poverty? Is it in the person? Is it something missing in the person? Or something else? And always you conclude there's nothing wrong with the poor people. Poverty is not created by the poor people. It's created by the institutions that we have built. The rules that I said you made, we follow. That's where created poverty. Concepts that we so carefully study in our schools, they created poverty. If we fix the concepts, if we fix the framework, there's no reason why anybody should be a poor person. They're as good as anybody else. They're packed with capacity. They're packed with enthusiasm. They're packed with hopes. But they are walled off. Concepts and the framework doesn't allow them to work. I give the reference of or an image of a bonsai tree. I said you take the seed of a best seed of the tallest tree and put it in a flower pot. It grows only this big and we love it. It's a tiny little thing. We love it. We call it bonsai. There's nothing wrong with the seed. Simply we didn't give enough space, enough ground to base on which this seed to grow. The poor people are bonsai people. There's nothing wrong in their seed. Simply, we didn't give them the space, we didn't give them the base to grow. If we had given them, they will be as tall as anybody else, just like us. So I particularly questioned the concept of business. I said, that's where we went wrong. There's only one concept of business. I'm sure everybody knows that. Business means business to make money. You have not heard of any other business. If you are in business, you're making money. And that's what your textbook says. Profit maximization is the mission of the business. The whole world is busy with business, busy with making money. All of us are encouraged to go into business and work for the business, spend our lifetime with the business, and help the owners of the businesses make more money. And I raised the question, are we all kind of money-making machines? Is this what human beings are here for? Make money, and then disappear? In the process, destroy everything else? Because you're so focused in making money, you don't worry about the global warming, you don't worry about who gets poor, you don't worry about what kind of politics you have, because you're so focused on making money. That's not a good thing. I said, that's where we went wrong. Economists misinterpreted us. We are much bigger than money-making machine. Money-making is a part of us, but not the whole of us. Only part of us. What about the rest of us? Rest of the part of us. So money-making comes from our selfishness. Everything is for me in business, nothing for others. I said, there is selflessness in us. Why can't we build a business on the basis of our selflessness? Design a social business to address the problem that you hate, drug addiction. Design a social business, how to get addicted people out of addiction as a business. It's possible. In providing transportation facilities, name it, list it, design it, put it in the website, have a competition of your own. It'll be fun. You come up with beautiful ideas, and all we have to do now is implement it. In how many different ways you can do that in job creation? It is an endless possibilities. So you have a series of opportunities in microcredit. That's why it's very important that we individuals, as we are, act and change the world. Only if we act, we can create the world that we want. You have to make it very clear in your mind what kind of world you want. List them. These are the qualities, these are the features that we would like to have in our world. If you have made that list, 50% of the work is done. The rest of the 50%, now work for it. Just you. You don't need even a next friend. Just yourself. If you work for it, you'll see how many people will come around you because they believe in it. You don't have to make big speeches about it. Just seeing what is being done will be done. And we can create the world we love. We can create a safe world. We can create a world where not a single human being will suffer from the misery of poverty. We can do it. Thank you very much. Thank you.